Today's tutorial will be on how I sew this 6 pieces blouse. In my previous tutorial, I shared how to draft and cut out a 6 pieces blouse. So if you haven't seen that, I would recommend you go see that video first before coming back to watch the sewing process. My name is Ayomide, and on this channel you would find sewing tutorials, easy to follow sewing tutorials, and also pattern drafting tutorials. Now let us jump right into this tutorial. As a refresher, these are the patterns that we worked on in the previous tutorial. So we have the center front, the side back, and the center back. And I have gone ahead to cut out these patterns on the fabric I will be using. I'm going to be using a damask fabric for these. I also cut out on my lining too. So that right there is my center front, and this right here is my side front. I also made sure I added my side seam allowance, and I've got the main fabric and the lining. I also have the side back here too, and the center back. So now let's proceed to joining all of these pieces together. So guys, to join, I'm going to be starting with the back pattern. I will be illustrating with the back. Here I'm going over to place the center back and the side back appropriately. I'll be joining by the 1/2 inch seam allowance which I added. Also for the front, I'll also be joining the center front and the side front together. I'll repeat likewise for the lining too. This is me right here on my sewing machine, just going over to sew by the seam allowance of 1/2 inch that I added. I am done joining, and here are my fabric pieces. That is the front. This is also the lining for the front. I have also got my back fabric pieces too. This is one part for the back, the main fabric, and I've also got the lining for the back too. So guys, for this blouse I want to do a stylish neckline. It's something I've not tried out before, but this is me here trying to draft out how I want the neckline to be. It's like a W, so it's just something I want to try out. But first I'll be trying it out on my lining. So I've gone ahead to cut out a lining that replicates the exact neckline of this blouse. I just cut it below the chest line by like 2 inches, and I'll be using my chalk to draft out the shape of that neckline. So here I'm just using my chalk to try and draw it out, ensuring it comes out well. After I was done drawing, this is me here lightening it with a white chalk so that you all can see it well. Once I was satisfied with what I have, I went ahead to cut it out. I tried to put this on my neckline, and I realized that I love it so much. I love the way it looked on my neckline. So what I'm going to be doing is to replicate this exact shape on my main fabric. So because this is something I've not done before, that's why I had to try it out on the lining first. So here I'll just place it on the right side of my fabric, and I'm just using my chalk to draw out the exact shape. Once I was done, I cut it out. And I have my neckline all set out. So before going over to turn this blouse with my lining, I want to work on the hem. I don't like how sharp and pointed it is looking right there. So what I will do is to fold my fabric together, and along the sides I'll mark some inches away. I think I marked about 2 inches, and creating a curve that would meet at the end of the center front. So this would get rid of that sharp pointed edge that is present in the front of this blouse. So I'm going to be having this curvy area at the hem of the blouse. I will also repeat something similar for the back pattern too. So here I'm pinning both back patterns together, and just like I marked 2 inches above the hemline for the front, I repeat likewise for the back and connect it to the center back. Next, I went ahead to trim off that excess fabric, and I have the shape for the back. I'm also going to be doing a bit of alterations for the back neckline. I will be dropping the back neckline by 2 inches and withdraw the round neckline for the back. I'll trim it out for both of them, and I have my back all set and ready. It is now time to turn my fabric pieces with the lining. Illustrating with the back, here I'm placing the lining against one part of the back. I'll turn it along the neckline, a bit along the zipper allowance, along the hem, and also a bit along the sides. I'll be trimming off every excess fabric I have on the lining, and repeat likewise for the front of this blouse. I am done, and this is what I have. Let me also say that at this point I've gone ahead to iron, and that is why you can see my 6 pieces standing out so well. You can see how the flare is coming out so well. I also love the way the neckline came out. The next thing would be for me to fix my zipper. So right here is also my back. I love the way the back also came out really well, pointed and all good. So to move on, I'll be fixing a zipper along the center back of this blouse. And once I'm done fixing the zipper, I'll also be joining both the front and the back together along the sides with the seam allowance that I added. And after that, I would also be joining a basic sleeve to this blouse, and that will be the end of this tutorial. So this is me here trying out the blouse, and I loved how it came out to be. Pretty simple to cut, simple to sew. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a huge thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Join the community, click on the subscribe button. Feel free to share my videos with your friends, and I'll see you all in my next video. Stay blessed and have a wonderful day wherever you are. Goodbye.